Hey there, goofies. I'm assuming, if you've clicked on this video, are struggling to find loot, or get loot, or collect loot, or have loot in general in your builder base. And as you can see, I'm not. So how am I doing it? I'm currently a builder hall 9. I am mostly rushed, but I am repairing the rush. Obviously, if you go here, you can see I'm rushed. Like, this is all builder hall 6. Right? Except for collectors and mines and storage, but and the hero. Nobody cares about that though. My defenses are rushed, is what I'm trying to say. So, but how do I get all of this loot? How am I constantly upgrading very expensive? Like this thing is 4 million. This thing is, I don't know, like 5. This thing is 5.6. This thing is 4. How am I getting all of this loot? Well, the short answer is you can go in here and then you can just buy loot. You can just buy builder gold or builder elixir. But as you can see, I don't. I didn't this time at least. I get it if I really want to, and if I'm just lazy, then you can do it. There's also the pass. The pass gives you millions of elixir and gold. Just, I guess, 1 million, not millions. But yeah, that's also something. But how do you just get, like, forever loot? How do you just constantly get a steady source of income in the builder base? Well, obviously, what I would tell you is first, collect your rewards, obviously. Use your raid tokens if you have to. If you just really want to upgrade something, then do that. Always get your star bonus, okay? And I can't state how important that is. It's always important to get your star bonus because not only would that help you climb your trophies, which would get you more star bonus the next time, but also there's a lot of loot waiting for you in the star bonus. Let me show you. And also, I'm gonna show you another way of getting loot, which is to just kinda autopilot the builder base. As you can see, witches are being unlocked at like builder hall 6, which is pretty early. And then you can just do this. This is the most common strategy to get loot in the builder base. You just attack like this. You don't really need to do much more at this point. At this point, what I would recommend is close your game, like completely close it, like go to your home page with the home button, and then pop up the history apps thing, and then kick out the Clash of Clans game and then relaunch it. So the game closes and then opens again. And then you'll just see that the raid went through, but you didn't have to wait. Right now we're waiting just for the memes. But as you can see, that's a pretty reliable way to get a 3-star. Now, of course, you won't be able to get more than a 3-star if you close the game, but if you keep your game open, as you can see, you can go ahead and continue. I'm not interested in continuing, because realistically you would close your game and only get 3 stars. So I'm not going to close my game, but you're going to. So I'm gonna place more witches here, and you usually just do it at the top. You don't really care, you don't even need to look. You just close the game after doing that, and then you come back. It doesn't matter how many stars you get, just keep doing that constantly, and in about an hour you would get, depending on your league obviously, but per hour you can get 1 million gold per hour. And if you do it really quickly, I'm sure you can even do it in like 30 minutes. I'm sure even 30 minutes you can get 1 million gold. Now that sounds sad and very lame, and yeah, that is kind of lame. But if you're on the bus, if you're just chilling, if you have nothing better to do, you can get a couple raids in between. You don't have to do the 30 minutes like in a continuous thing. You can just separate it, do like 5 raids every couple hours, and sure, you wouldn't really feel that bad. It's just like clan games. And you can see I'm just gonna stop here, and there you go, 3 stars. I wasn't even looking. Now, if you have the super P.E.K.K.A, I think power P.E.K.K.A apparently, yeah. If you have the power P.E.K.K.A, it's gonna be even easier for you, and even faster, honestly, if you plan to keep your game open. Otherwise, it's just the same. But for the super P.E.K.K.A, although you can place all of them like the witches, it's better if you spread them out like this. 2 at the bottom, 2 in the corners, 2 at the top, and at the peak you have the builder machine, the battle machine, whatever it's called. And there you go. This is what I would recommend. In contrast, the P.E.K.K.A.s are a lot stronger and they are a lot tankier and they are just generally better. So it's better for you to use the power P.E.K.K.A.s as opposed um, to the witches. The night witches are fine, but it was so much faster and I have so many more troops left. So yeah, I would recommend you do that. Now, what would be your build order as a builder base player, I guess? Well, your build order should be first army things. You want to get as many army camps as you can, and sure, even reinforcement camps, those don't harm, and everything related, and upgrade your barracks to the max. Even if you don't want the next troop, who knows? Maybe they'll have a balance update. It's always nice to unlock more troops, and maybe you'll need it for clan games. You don't know. Who knows, right? So yeah, and then you max out your laboratory, and then you max out the troops that you want to max out in the laboratory. As you can see, I maxed out a lot of troops, even ones that I don't use. For example, I maxed out the bomber, but I use primarily non-bomber attacks. So why? Because if I get clan games and it tells me to destroy a bunch of walls, it's a lot easier when my bomber is not level 12. So yeah, and after you get all of your army, you can also, I mean, by army I also mean heroes, max out your heroes as well. After that, you can get resources, which is primarily collectors, mines, and storages. And after that, you can get your defenses. And you start by getting key defenses like crushers, like air bombs, the roaster, all of those, like giant cannon, mortar, lava launcher, which is still level 1 for me, but it's fine. Just start like that. Now walls, I wouldn't say they're important, but they're a good way for you to throw away loot that you don't need. For example, I don't have any more elixir upgrades except for the ones in the lab. So I know that in one day I'm going to need 3 million elixir, but I have 4 million, so I can spend 1 million on walls, or even more, because by the time that a day passes, I'm gonna get more than the bit of loot for one wall, so I can get a bunch of walls. So that's how you upgrade your walls, just like in the home base. But anyways, just for summary, how do you get loot in the builder base? You have raid tokens, the raid shop. You have the gold pass or silver pass, whichever one you have. You have the star bonus, and just if you really don't have any other choice, you can just constantly raid, just continuously raid, and with witches or power P.E.K.K.A.s. I wouldn't see any other troops working as well as those two, so pick your poison. But I prefer power P.E.K.K.A.s. They're stronger, they're tankier, and they're more reliable. That's what I've been using. So yeah, good luck out there. And don't forget to aim for the 6th builder. That's like one of the most important things to do in the builder base. I've made a video about that, so you can find it. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah.